Oh my god, she's back on YouTube, guys. I'm back. I honestly forgot how to do a YouTube intro, which is crazy. But hey loves, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, and by a minute I mean like time and a half. It's been literally like a year since I posted a video on YouTube, which is crazy, and I have no excuse other than the fact that for the past year, life has just been lifing. There's been a lot of changes in my life since I last posted a video. So yeah, I kind of just want to catch up with you guys and treat this as though we're on FaceTime, honestly. I just kind of want to do my makeup, get cute, maybe take some pictures and pre-film and plan some content and TikToks and stuff like that. It's literally like 11 p.m. so this is just a night that I'm working and focusing on that stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna be getting ready and talking to you guys. I remember during the pandemic when everyone's sleep schedule was messed up, I used to call my friends in the middle of the night and we'd just do our makeup on FaceTime and gossip and catch up and stuff like that. I want this video to be the same type of vibe. So yeah, how are you guys? I have been pretty okay. Honestly, this year has been very interesting for me, I'll put it that way. And when I say interesting, I mean in both a good and bad way. There's just been a lot of changes in my life. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about how I'm doing presently, how I am right now. Mental health is very important, and it's something I've been trying to recognize and prioritize over the past year. My mental health has been all over the place, honestly. And I think it's important to talk about that because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions that when you go through things and when you're healing from things, you're supposed to just go through your emotions, heal, and be the best version of yourself. But that's not always realistic. And when it comes to mental health, you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. One of the reasons why I haven't posted on YouTube in so long is I just felt like I needed to constantly have good days and I needed to constantly be okay to make content. And I was treating YouTube like it was something I had to be perfect for, when it's something I genuinely want to do and love doing and I want to take seriously. I do want YouTube to be more than just a hobby. In order to do that, I think I just have to be myself and just be transparent and be real with you guys. So yeah, my mental health has not been 100% top tier all the time. I'm definitely in a different mindset than I was a year ago. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling mentally. This week especially, I feel like it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I'm not super deep into astrology, but I really blame the full moon. I swear this week has just been full of chaotic emotions for no reason. But yeah, since I started my makeup now, let's get into the tea because I know that's what y'all are here for. I got a degree and a diploma, but I got a degree and your girl is a graduate, and I can't believe I'm saying that. And I know a lot of people get scared at the idea of graduating. Me, I was ready to be done and I was happy to be done. On the day of graduation, I was of course really emotional because I was just closing a whole chapter in my life, right? But I was ready and I honestly couldn't wait to graduate. And I think it's just due to the fact that I don't think I got the university experience that I was expecting or that I hoped for. And I think I felt that way for multiple reasons. One being my school. My university was pretty small, and so there wasn't much of a social life, I guess. And so I kind of just relied on my friends that went to other universities to go to parties and meet people and have an actual social life, because I feel like that's a big part of university. When you get to university, it's really important to meet a lot of people. It's important to go out, socialize, have fun. That is definitely part of the experience, and that's something I really didn't see at my school. So another thing was definitely COVID. As some of you know, I was a 2020 high school graduate. I didn't have a formal high school graduation. I didn't have a prom, and then going into university, the first 2 years were fully online. I thought I was okay with online school at first. I was perfectly fine with it until third year when I actually started going to school in person, and I realized like I think online school is perfectly fine at the end of high school because everyone's pretty much just done already. I think when you're actually in college and university, it's very important. It's important to be in person and in a classroom setting, you know? So that's another thing I missed out on. And then because of that, like it was really hard for me to make friends. And I'm already someone like I'm friendly, but I can be very introverted. So I already have like a difficult time talking to people, and I think like making solid friendships. So I have like 2 people that I would genuinely always talk to. But yeah, I'm just happy to be done school. And now I'm in the working world, which is kind of crazy because the job market in Toronto is like not the best right now. I'm kind of glad that I have the time right now. I'm not in school. I'm currently not working. I'm kind of glad I have the time to kind of look over my options, put a lot of my focus into building my career, but it's hard. I think I mentioned it on this channel before, but I went to school for communications with an emphasis in public relations, and I do want to branch off into fashion, but I've also learned that fashion is a very competitive industry, and where I do want to be in my career, like it's definitely going to take some time, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm trying to just stress less and actually like pray more and give it to God. Nobody talks about the mental crisis you go through in your 20s. Like I'm almost 22, guys, and the idea of that is just crazy to me. Like ever since I entered my 20s, I think I've just been in this state of mind where I feel like I have to have everything all together, and just the idea of like having everything together in your 20s is like so stressful. And I know you don't necessarily have to, but like thinking long term, it's like the way my mind works, I'm like, I gotta get my career together first. Of course, while I'm getting my career together, I'll have to balance a relationship, which will then become a marriage, and that's just a whole nother topic which we'll get into. And of course eventually I want kids, and I want to build a solid foundation in my career so that I can leave a legacy behind for my kids. I don't really have a desire to live an average lifestyle. Like I definitely want to be rich and wealthy, and I'm going to be rich and wealthy. Like there's no other option. Yeah, that's just kind of the crisis I've been going through. That's kind of what's affected me mentally. And honestly, like my last year in school was very stressful because of that. Like the workload in my classes were not that bad. I did well in school, and I won't lie, like during the fall and throughout the winter, like I was not really in a good mental state. Seasonal depression is very much a real thing, and it's something like you have to really be able to recognize and take time for yourself. That's like something I wasn't doing. I was just kind of school, work. That's literally all I had. I was just balancing school and work constantly. I wasn't taking time for myself. Hobbies that I used to love and prioritize, I kind of just gave up on and wasn't really focused on. I was also in a relationship last year, and I'm not really someone that likes to publicize those things. Like I'm very much a private relationship type of person, but I am going to talk about it because it is something that did affect me mentally. I was in a relationship for almost a year, and that relationship ended in December. I was already like going through a lot mentally, and on top of that, like I think everything just took a toll on me. And it's not that the relationship was like toxic or like anything like too serious happened. Genuinely, I just realized that the person I was with just wasn't my person. We had very different mindsets, we had very different values, definitely wanted different things in a relationship. You really have to like understand someone's personality before getting like in a relationship with them. Everything is perfect in the honeymoon phase, obviously, but later on when you start seeing like their true colors, like things get serious. And you know, he was not a bad person. Like I said, nothing like serious happened. We had beautiful moments in our relationship, but he just wasn't my person. It's important to love who someone is without feeling like you have to change them. If you feel like you're with someone who has a very different mindset to yours and who like mentally, physically, emotionally, you cannot see a future with them, if that makes sense, like you kind of have to rethink some things. And I think that was just the situation, how it was playing out. And I honestly didn't think it would affect me mentally because I was the one that ended the relationship. This probably sounds really bad, but like, I'm the type of person where if I'm talking to a guy and it doesn't work out, like, I'll be over it in like a week. When I like someone, I will invest a lot into that person, but if something happens, like once I'm done with you emotionally, I'm just done and there's no going back. I thought that was the case, but it definitely wasn't, because this was actually like my first serious relationship. Do I regret ending the relationship? No, but it definitely put my healing process into perspective, and I had to realize that I'm like not a robot, and I'm actually a very emotional person, and I tend to kind of brush my emotions to the side and thug it out. But yeah, I definitely feel emotions very deeply, and honestly that's kind of just a Scorpio thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, our emotions are on a constant 11. So yeah, after that relationship ended, I made a list. I made a list of everything I want in a person and everything I don't want in a person. And it's literally a list I have like in my notes app. Like I literally sat down one day and made this list. I'm not gonna read everything off this list obviously, but like just like the main things are someone who's Christian, someone who follows God, someone who is emotionally mature but can be logical when needed be, someone who matches my level of ambition. That is something very important to me. Like I think ambition is very attractive and something a lot of my generation lacks, to be honest. I'm just being real. Someone who can love me in every love language. I'm not really with the idea of, oh, everyone has their own love language. For me, my love language is all of them. Maybe some are more important than others, but I definitely want to be loved in every love language. Physical touch is important when I'm like genuinely attracted to that person. Quality time is essential. I'm someone that likes giving gifts, and I definitely appreciate gifts even if it's small. And I will always stand on the idea that your words should always match your actions. Like words and actions go hand in hand. You could be talking, and if your actions don't match your words, I noticed that, and that just gets you in trouble. But yeah, those are basically just like some of the top most important things on my list. And yeah, I just kind of had to sit with God one day, really pray to God and say like, whether it's this year, next year, in 5 years, I need you to send me someone who has everything I want on this list, and I don't want anything less. And for all my Christian girlies watching, like it is so important to manifest the things that you want, put it into writing, and really give it to God, because like he works in very mysterious ways. So yeah, that's been my little 2 cents on relationships. Honestly, right now what I want for myself is just happiness and peace. That's honestly what I've been focused on and what I want for myself in life right now. I don't want to sound like cringy or like I'm on TikTok too much. I just want to be in my soft girl era. I'm done with the baddie era. I'm done with the dark feminine energy era. I am tired of the, oh, I'm a strong independent woman who don't need no man. I'm very much a strong independent woman, and I always will be, whether or not I'm in a relationship. But there are certain things that I want in life, and I do want a husband. I'm no longer pretending like I don't want those things just because things don't work out the way that I expected them to in my life. And yeah, going back to mental health, my mental health is kind of just all over the place right now. There are good days, there are bad days, and I'm kind of just focusing on addressing both the good and bad days and figuring out how I can work around that and how I can prioritize my mental health, because it's something I tend to neglect and kind of just brush off. I was watching a video the other day, and this YouTuber was talking about how our childhood, our upbringing, and our experiences all like shape the people that we are. So like when it comes to healing, it's not even just in terms of healing from a relationship. There's like a lot that determines why a person is unhealed. And it's very interesting when you do that, because like you get a better understanding of why you are the way that you are, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm done my makeup now. I just did something very light. I honestly don't really wear makeup anymore, but let me know if you guys want to see makeup videos. If you guys want to see that from me, it's definitely something I'll try to get into. And I don't want to say too much, but look out for hair videos for sure. I do have content lined up. Actually, the video I'm filming right now, I filmed about a month ago, but it was very short and I just didn't like it. It just wasn't up to my standards. So I'm kind of just refilming it now. I do have other videos lined up as well. Right after I filmed that video, I actually took a trip to DR and I filmed like a preparation vlog. I filmed like an official travel vlog. So look forward to that because I do want to post like actual travel vlogs. Yeah, I just wanted to make this little intro video and let you guys know that I'm coming back to YouTube and to stay tuned for the videos. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's have a mental health check-in in the comments, and I will link my Instagram and TikTok below so you guys can follow me. Bye, loves.